Hello, everybody, and welcome to Club 38, where every toast tastes like celebration. Of course, as always, I am Allie Gal, and my lovely co host, Kate Gaming, can't be here tonight because she is still out for, yeah, this is week 2 of her couple month renovation. Um, but we're here, lights are on, club's open, champagne's flowing. Come on into the club and let's jam out. Um, Tonight I am joined by the one and only Vexitron.
What's up, everybody? Welcome. Glad to be here.
Vex, we are also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Amazon Podcasts. So sometimes not everybody views the show, but we do have listeners. So if you hear me like spell stuff out and like announce stuff like audio, it's because we have the podcast listeners.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Um, so whenever we get a new person on the show, we always like to have them introduce themselves and like give a general GP whereabout of where you are, what you do with your like what you're doing in your account, what got you into the game, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi everyone. I am Vexitron. I've been doing content for Swogger for about a year and a half now. I've been playing this game for 10 years. I cannot believe it. This is the longest game I've ever played consistently in my whole life. Favorite game of all time, even though it has its good and bad days. But I have 3 accounts currently. I have my main account, Vexitron, which is around 14.3 million galactic power. I'm a very competitive Kyber 1 player, top end Grand Arena. The highest rank I've ever achieved in this game in the leaderboards is rank 22. Not anywhere near that now. And at my channel, we do talk about Grand Arena a lot, conquest, updates, journey guides, all of it. I just do a bunch of different types of videos for Swoga. So that's primarily my content. And how I got started playing this game was I was an athlete in college. I was on the wrestling team, and we used to travel all the time to hotels for meets and stuff like that. And we're all having to make a weigh-in for a competition the next day. And we're all in the hotel room bored. And my friend's like, "Hey, you're a Star Wars fan. There's a mobile game that came out, Galaxy of Heroes. You should try it out." And I was like, "No way." And ever since then, I've played the game every single day. That's pretty much my lore.
Yeah, that's awesome. Funny fact, I am a middle school teacher assistant, and I actually have a study hall for the wrestling team at the end of the day. So
Really?
I do, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Like we got that study hall for
Mhm.
the in between after school and when everybody goes home. So I get the wrestling kids.
Hopefully they're behaved.
Well, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, so I guess we could touch up on GAC first and foremost. How did your round of GAC go?
So I have to admit, like, I'd say the previous couple seasons I've been doing really well. The past 2 with the current Datacron set, I'm having a hard time adjusting to this new meta because it's affecting every single team. Normally you have certain factions that are getting boosts, so you have to deal with
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 or 4 very strong faction Datacrons. Now every single team you have to face has a drastic boost that you have to really you make one mistake on one team, your game plan is over. So my last round of GAC on all 3 accounts, I had a hard time against one particular comp, and it was a stranger comp.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped like 5 or 6 times on each Grand Arena, and it was Stranger, Star Killer, Maul, Barris Offee, and Cal Kestis, and it was with the Barris Kron. Completely cut me off, stonewalled me. Team is no freaking joke. Everything was failing. So, currently 2-2 for the or 3-2 for the season. We've had 6 matches so far, so
Yeah.
yeah, maybe I'm 3-3. Maybe I'm 3. I don't remember, but I'm not having the best season. I normally like to go like 6-3, 7-2, but having a hard time this one. How about you?
Same. I'm actually just coming off. Oh God, I'm on a losing streak of like four now.
Oh,
Um,
really?
the last two were full clears. It's just I got outbannered, and it wasn't even by a hole. It was like 3-4. I was like, man,
Yeah, I think a
this.
big thing from my channel that I like to really emphasize for Grand Arena is, yeah, you want to go for the wins and get the W for the battles, but it's not enough. When you go for the win, you got to make sure you get those high efficient banners. So I always strive to my audience that if you can stall the battle out at all, or you get some banner recovery with like a protection recovery character, take the time to get those banners back because there are tons of Grand Arenas where I win by a margin of 2 or 3 because I was able to out efficiency my opponent. So it's really important at the very, very end game because that can make a difference in some matches.
Yeah, a lot of mine was it's like bad luck. Um, I dropped a Java where he got it down to Kenobi. Um, Stranger got decimated by Ray and he was the only one standing. Stuff like that where things just didn't line up to where they needed to be. And it just like
Yeah,
ended up
there's a
killing
lot
me.
of RNG. There's a lot of RNG with some of the counters. Like Kenobi against Jabba this season is very difficult.
Hmm.
Um,
And I
and even
usually have a
Stranger as well.
really high win rate, even with the Boba Fett crown. Um, just the last couple have been bad.
Yeah, yeah, it's a tough meta for sure. So you're not the only one having a hard time. I promise you that.
Uh, it's not even the like attacker or support crown or anything. It's just the Boba crown, and that's been out for a hot minute.
What about the 300 pen, armor pen, 115% health, all that fun stuff?
I actually haven't ran into that on defense. I have a 433% armor pen that I like to use with the stranger. And
Mhm.
even that one is like that one was tough still.
Yeah, like when I was getting stonewalled, I was facing a stranger comp with a Barris level 9 and it had 115% health. So when Starkiller
Ooh,
got to his ultimate, the entire team was eliminated, destroyed. Like it's crazy what that team is doing right now.
yeah. And I can't get him to work right. Funny.
How do you have him modded?
Lots of health, lots of speed.
That's
And
pretty much what I did.
offense. Like my
Mhm.
third primary.
Yeah. It's he's in a weird spot. Like I feel like it's so hard to introduce him right now. Like he's amazing, and I know a lot of the community is saying that he's underrated or no, he's overrated and he's not performing optimally. But you don't really want a character that is unbeatable. And if you look at the Swoga insight for his defensive viability with a certain comp, like you can't just set a stranger comp with leftovers and expect it to do well. But
Mhm.
if you set a proper stranger team with really good characters, he is an absolute menace to get through, and I'm very happy with him so far. And he's only going to get better once Spider Mall is available to everybody. So I
What
think
comp do you like to use in there?
so. If I'm sending him on defense, it's definitely Stranger, Star Killer, Maul, Cal Kestis, and Barris Offie level 9. Um, if I wanted to spice it up, I could throw in Ezra Bridger, but I saw that Ezra can still get countered by Night Sisters, but Barris kind of shuts them down. And also,
Mhm.
if you wanted to be extra spicy, you can replace Maul with Malakos, and that gets rid of the revives. So it's between, I think the
It
Barris
does get rid of
Jedi
a lot of
one
his
is
kit
great.
though, using
That's the one downfall.
Baron. Um, that's why I don't tend to use him. I like to use, and it works fairly well. I run him in arena, and he works decently. I use Stranger, um, Star Killer, Crew, because he's not really needed right now in your first order team. That might
Mhm.
change once this crown's gone. But I run Crew with him, Baby Cal, and because Baby Cal just if I don't have him there, he provides a lot of support, and he keeps that team alive. So I tend to need him, and I just throw in like Jedi Trainer Ray or something.
It's actually so interesting with Cal because he's like a character that is needed in so many different teams. He is one of the most important UFU characters in the entire game, practically because of his unique. He's wanted on a Malicos team. He's wanted on a Galactic Legend Raid team. He's now wanted on a Stranger Starkiller team. Like he is so good on all of those teams, and you have to like really pick and choose where you want to utilize him for the full maximum efficiency. So, but I love Cal as a character. It's the hardest decision is where do I put my Cal?
Yeah, because I prefer to use him on a Seer team because he makes Seer.
Mhm.
You could still
Oh yeah.
do a lot of damage with Seer and Malicos. Throw Baby Cal, Jedi Trainer Ray, and Maul,
Mm, definitely.
and
It's
and I get
I'd say
Maul
I would
freed up because I use Crew because he's not on the first order. So I tend to run those three together, and then
yeah, I feel like depending on where you are in the game, for where I am, I would probably use that more on offense. But for anyone that's like not in the like top 300, 250-ish, it could still get some holds on defense, but a lot of players are using Night Sisters on the Stranger, and I would hate for my Stranger to go down to a bunch of very, very early game characters. So we're gonna have to see how he's gonna do with Maul, and I've also seen a lot of reports of Master Mace Windu completely beating him up too on off when he's on defense. I don't know if you've seen that yet.
I haven't.
Yeah, Master Mace Windu apparently with a attacker cron can eat them up.
Ray Rock just said that Master Waste countered the Stranger in TW quite easy.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Which I
What's up,
mean
Ray
makes
Rob?
sense because that's three Omicrons on Jedi Master and Territory Wars.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean I
Yeah,
would
that's definitely
hope
helpful.
that he would have the upper hand there, but
Mm-hmm.
and that's like the place where Jedi Master really shines is Territory Wars.
Yeah, yeah. He definitely can do some work in territory war on in Grand Arena. He's mostly up until this meta with the attacker cron, he was so easy to defeat. And the first 3v3 season of this new set, he I ate my words. He completely caused me so many losses. So all the moments where I was crapping on Mace, saying he was a very bad character for Grand Arena, came back to me, and he cost me a bunch of W's uh, because
He's
of the
not
attacker cron.
terrible. I mean, he's not the
He's not
best.
terrible.
Like I use him for like a good back wall counter or something. Like he could
Mhm.
squeak away with a decent win.
Like, I just wish that he got, like, kinda like the Balin Skull treatment, where Balin can take out some GLs on offense, and he's a Grand Arena powerhouse. They decided to make Mace the TW1 version
Hmm.
of Balin. So, I love Mace Windu and lore. He's one of the coolest Jedi in Star Wars, and obviously his lightsaber is awesome, and Samuel Jackson's just an absolute cool,
And they did
actor,
great work
so
with like the character design, like the way the robe flows and everything.
Oh yeah. I mean, Mace Windu is a staple in Star Wars. One of the most notorious Jedi, can take out practically takes out Palpatine till Anakin, you know, decides to betray him. But I just Grand Arena is my game mode, so I'm very biased towards Grand Arena. I wish he had the Omicrons in that game mode instead of TW, but I understand why they did it.
I enjoy so much about the game. Like I'm probably one of the few people that actually enjoy Conquest.
I surprisingly do too, because I find it fun coming up with cool cheeses for the feats. I find that so fascinating. So, like, the only problem with Conquest is that sometimes it could feel grindy with the Datacron farming. So, I feel like the stress of farming Datacrons kind of takes away from the fun of Conquest. Because, like, where I'm at, if you don't do 100 refreshes every single day, you're not going to be able to compete at that rank. So I feel like I'm in a constant rush to get the Sector 4 to finish the conquest so I can compete with Datacrons. I
Hmm.
feel like if there was less stress on the Datacron farming, I think conquest would be a lot more enjoyable as a game mode. But because
Oh
I
yeah.
do like I like coming up with the feats and the cheeses. Like I made a whole conquest guide on the weekend. I have a bunch of infographics. I have a fun time coming up with different strategies to get players that don't have these characters at gear or relic and getting it done at a low gear relic level. Like I think that's fun.
I really thoroughly enjoy that POW crown. I really do.
Oh yeah, I put it on my free to play account. I have a free to play that's a year old now, a year and 1 month. I applied it last month. He makes conquest easy mode on the normal conquest because I'm not at 4 million galactic power yet, but he's practically going to carry me with a bunch of those feats once I can get to the 4 million galactic power mark. And I'm trying to push there as fast as I can so I can get Satele Shan on my free to play account earlier than I thought, but it's going to be hard. But his Omicron's great.
I personally say that's one of the best in the game. Not gonna lie.
Oh, I think for early game, early mid game, where you conquest characters are one of the most important characters in the game by far. I always strive that I think the conquest units are even more important than some of the journey guide.
Mhm.
Like we get some powerhouse units, Bane, Ezra, Stranger, you name it. There's a ton of characters that we get from conquest that are so impactful, and I think Satele Shan's going to be just like that. So I think trying to focus on conquest, making that a priority as a game mode, you're going to see way more results and progress. It's very, very important.
Yeah. I don't know. I even at the hard difficulty, like I have everything minus small. Um, it's fairly easy for me to do it, but it's just making sure that I have the time because I'm a mom, um, Girl Scout leader, teacher assistant. Like I don't have a whole lot of time. And if I could just toss that POW crown out there and knock out a ton of feats in one blow, sweet.
Time is
E-
the most valuable resource. So anything to
Exactly.
make the life. You know how hard it is for me? I technically have a fourth account now, and I don't even. It's not even in a guild. It's so hard for me. But I think the most stressful week for me as a content creator is the first week of a new conquest cycle, trying to juggle making sector guide videos, doing 3 separate conquests, getting the data crons up and running. It is such a grind. It's so hard, but I do enjoy the game mode, but like managing 3 or 4 accounts with it kind of pulled my hair a little.
That'll do that. I did conquest for 2 accounts once, and I was like, nope, never again.
So hard. It's so hard. I have PC client, iPad, cell phone going full auto at the same time, triple.
Jeez.
It's like it takes a skill.
I have my baby account on my phone, and I have a spare phone, like my old Galaxy, that I use for my big account, and it just kind of stayed because that was originally my alt. That's why it's flip flopped. Um, and then my big
Mhm.
account is on my computer, so I could have that going at the same time. And I refuse to do two at the same time anymore. That was a whole lot.
Yeah, I have to make a decision about because I had a player that was following me for a while and he decided to leave the game. I think he had multiple
Mm.
accounts and he's like, I don't want to just get rid of it. You're my favorite content creator. I think you would do a lot of good things with it for content. I want to give it to you. So he gave me an account that was bigger than my main, and big shout out to that player for doing that. I have to make a decision because I can't handle the 4. I want to keep the free to play account because I think it's good to have
Like
an
an
audience for
early
the free to play
free to play.
for the early game. Yeah, so I'm not gonna drop the free to play. I think that's it. I actually have so much fun on my free to play account, so I want to keep that one. I'm obviously gonna keep Vexitron, but I'm up for debate if I want to keep my second end game account, Exile Vex, or keep the other one. So I gotta make a decision. I can't keep the 4 though. It's tough.
That's a tough one to choose from.
Yeah, 'cause I feel like there's so much history on that account that I've built it for like. So the history with the Exile Vex account was when the Hyperdrive bundle came out for $100. Believe it was around the time of COVID, like right around that time, and I was like, we were all from home, so I was like, you know what? There's not a lot going on in the game. Let me try a second account for fun, and it got me. It kept me busy, and I had a great time. But now it's at the point where Coliseum every day, TB, Conquest, Grand Arena. raids, it takes a lot of time. There's a big time
Mhm.
commitment this game.
Also, I kind of
Ha-
realized you didn't pimp your channel out. If you want to go ahead and drop your link into the chats,
Oh
feel
yeah,
free. For the viewers
definitely.
listening, it is Vexitron, Vexitron.
Yep, on YouTube, YouTube/Vexitron, and on Twitch the same thing.
And also, if you haven't, please join the Discord. That is at you can all that could be found in the Linktree, the linktr.ee/club38. Inside there, the top link is the link to the Discord. Make sure you get in. Make sure you get that Club 38 role. Make sure you post those viewer questions. We definitely love those viewer questions. Under that is Kate's Twitch channel, my YouTube, my Twitch channel, and then if you haven't seen the new hoodie, the new Alley Gal hoodie, I now own the rights to my logo, and she's on sale. The shop is open.
Nice. I like the logo.
Thanks. It's my. I'm glad I finally own the rights to my logo. Um, I owned it to like use, but I didn't own the rights to sell because I had somebody draw it for me. So
I should probably jump on that.
I finally got that.
Nice, nice.
So yeah, the hoodie will be worn on streams now. So gotta rip my own brand.
Oh yeah, I gotta look into doing merch. I haven't even tackled that animal yet. I don't know if it's a hard thing to do.
Not super. With this one, I just kind of uploaded the picture to T Public. You saw it's the one Kate mentioned in our server. The Swago content creator one. Um,
Hmm.
right there, and then it worked out really
Hmm.
well.
Nice.
Also, the Club 38. We actually do have a Club 38 logo that is available too.
Awesome.
Make sure you check all that out, people. And let's get those viewer questions. Okay, so to kind of branch off of Conquest a little bit, we do have the announcement of the next Conquest character being Satele Shan.
Hmm.
Shan? Is it Shan? Shan?
Satele Shan. Yep.
So Satele Shan will be the next Conquest character. Um, your thoughts on that?
Could not be any more excited. If you guys haven't followed my channel or know much about me, but I'm a huge Knights of the Old Republic fan. If you look at my background, I have a Darth Revan wall scroll. I have all the Sith triumvirate pops. I have Darth Revan, Malak. Like it's my favorite era of Star Wars. So I've been looking forward to Satele Shan for a very long time. I always thought the Old Republic faction and specifically the Jedi needed a huge boost because they're a fan favorite team, fan favorite character, and Jedi Knight Revan, and they're not performing like they were. They needed a boost. So I made on Christmas Day, last Christmas I made a video top 20 characters I wanted for Galaxy of Heroes in 2026, and the first number one pick I had was Satele Shan. So I called it. I was super stoked, and I cannot wait for her to come. She's awesome in the cinematics for the Old Republic. She's awesome in lore, and she's going to be boosting a faction that's already in our accounts. A lot of the community should already have Old Republic up and running, so it's not like you have to bring a bunch of characters up to
Mhm.
relics that aren't very, that are brand new. So I think that I
Yeah,
couldn't be
because
more excited. She's gonna be great.
Revan's like a super early farm for a lot of accounts.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. And a lot of players should have those characters at relics anyway. Like you can do the Malik event without them at relics, but um, they're a great team. Like Bastila is needed at relic 7 for Leviathan.
Mm.
Jolie is a great Jedi healer, reviver. Mission and Zalbar have a use in Grand Arena and now TW. So all very good investments, and I'm really excited for her.
I'm pretty excited for it too. I mean, going off that, if I had my number one character, we'd be getting a Jedi training Leia here shortly.
She
She
was on my
is
list.
Leia is my number one, like she's my girl. I grew up idolizing uh Leia, and I love Carrie Fisher to pieces. R.I.P. Carrie.
Yeah.
Who was a Girl Scout too. The fact that I do
Really?
Girl Scouts and Carrie Fisher was a Girl Scout. Uh, yeah, she was.
Oh, nice. I mean, how can you not love Carrie Fisher and Leia? She was definitely on my. I made on my list. I put Jedi Leia as a lifter unit for JML. I thought that'd be a really cool option. But
Mhm.
ha she's your favorite character. How would you want to see her come to the game? And like, would you want her to be a conquest character? Would you want her to lift JML? Like, what's your
I'd love for
vision?
her to be a conquest character. Just again, I enjoy conquest. I'd love to see her come in the right way, and I don't want her to be watered down by an era battle. So I feel like conquest is the only way to do that. Um,
Yeah,
it's either that or era battle, in which case you're doing five characters at one time, and then she'd probably honestly be like the Spider Mall of the event, and we'll get onto that here shortly. Uh, that whole sham of Spider Mall. Yeah, let's
oh
not
yeah,
destroy Leia like that.
agreed.
Um, put some respect on her name.
Yeah, they can't. Don't botch Leia. Don't do that.
But between her and the stranger, because I have a huge thing for Chimere. Huge. Like, he's
He's
kind of
cool.
become my flagship character, although like I built my channel around Leia. And then he came and everybody's like, oh, Allie, the girl that loves Stranger. And that's me.
He's a cool character. He really is.
I was never one for the dark side. Like at all. Maul was okay. He was kinda cool. But I've always been like a light side person. And then Chimere came and just like the
You
way he
embrace the dark.
talked, I was like, oh, I can see myself going to the dark side. Like I was
Yeah,
actually pulling for the Sith for once, and I was like, damn, he's just like butchering 12 Jedi at one time. Like,
that was the best episode of that show, in my opinion. That was he made it look easy. The whole cortosis armor, the
mm,
dismantling of the lightsabers, like how he was just really. I gotta give credit for Chimere. I think he was by far the best part of that show, and I was so happy we have him in the game. And I like how they add ties into the lore with like you get hit with cortosis armor, you lose your protection. I think that's really cool. Like little details into his kit, the animations. I think they knocked it out of the park with his look abilities. I think that was great. So he's a fun character. I'm not
yeah,
disappointed with him.
I love that guy. Jesus.
Mm.
But yeah, so Satele, I'm pretty excited about her. I haven't exactly looked over her kit, but I did see that they did update Bastilla. They basically just added Satele in there.
I went to her like was it her unique
Yeah,
or
unique to um if Jedi
Force
Knight Revan or
Run?
Satele Shan are in the leader slot, then she gets it all. So they just kind of like added her in. Um
Yep, yep.
and then Mission Vow is getting a Territory War Omicron. I know a lot of
Mhm.
people enjoy Territory Wars.
Are you in a not the sidetrack? Are you in a very competitive TW guild?
If you join, yes. If not, no. I'm in Mighty Chlorians 3. Um,
Gotcha.
so we're pretty competitive. We're a bigger guild. Uh, but it's not TW is not mandatory for us. But if you join, you're expected to compete.
Participate. Yeah. My guild takes it very, very serious. We're considered one of the best non-gauntlet TW guilds in the game. I'm in the I don't know if you know what guild I'm in. I'm in the Senate Mandalore. We just beat Maul Chromium a couple weeks ago, who is the top.
Oh, you're with Fat Phil.
No, I'm not. He's not in the Senate Mandalore. Is he?
Sigma?
No, no, that's not where
Oh,
I am.
Sigma.
No,
I thought you said Sig. I was like, oh, you're in with Fat Phil.
no, no. I'm in the Senate Mandalore.
All right.
But yeah, it's very TW at the end game is very very serious. But regarding the mission Omicron for TW, I think it looks pretty good. I mean, that's looks pretty good on paper.
Yeah, if all the new Omicron is well in territory wars. If all allies are Old Republic and the leader is a Jedi at the start of battle, Mission Vow gains the Jedi faction tag. All allies gain 100 speed for 1 turn, and they are immune to cooldown reduction. Whenever Mission uses her basic ability, all allies gain riposte for 2 turns. If Zalbar is not an ally at the start of battle, Mission's abilities all consider the leader to be Zalbar.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's giving her the Jedi tag so she can synergize now with the Jedi faction. It replaces Zalbar in the kit with the leader slot, so Satele Shan's going to be gaining those bonuses. I think it is very very cool, and like I said, I love the Old Republic, so I'm looking forward to it. I already have it applied. I don't know if it was a bug. I think if you had the Zeta on mission, it automatically gave you the Omicron.
Did it?
On my main account, when I did the update, I had the Omicron applied, and I didn't even do it. Did you have her Zeta applied?
That is a good question. I'm checking right now.
Yeah, unless they patched it, I 100% had it applied without touching it. Yeah, I have it applied on my main account. I never did it.
Game's loading. I don't think I had it applied. I
It
don't really
wasn't like an
use
essential.
Mission.
Yeah, it wasn't an essential. I think I did it for the Malik event when it first came out back in the day.
Mhm.
It's definitely not an essential Omicron or Zeta. And now that I'm literally I could probably Zeta every character in the game. That's not a crunch for me anymore. Where I am particularly.
Let's see. What was my yeah, I don't have it.
Okay,
Me and
yeah.
Big
I guess you didn't
Z.
have the Zeta.
They're for my novelty ones that I could do.
Hmm.
Thank you, Discord. Save me from logging in the game. um, so we'll get over to Spider Mall now. Um,
Hmm.
kind of like feeding off that whole
Oh yeah.
talk about conquest and um the stranger. So Spider Mall is again last week. I was wondering exactly because they never did say technically who it was. We all kind of figured, but I was expecting the news, and then that would have verified it. Now it is confirmed. Spider Mall is the fourth for that team. Well, third, and then you kind of plug in the other two from there.
Mhm.
He did drop today. What are I don't have them, so I haven't really done testing with them. I don't really haven't used them. What are your thoughts on it?
So I have a lot of thoughts. I'm probably going to be making a video talking about it for tomorrow, but overall, you can't even test him because you can only use him in Coliseum right now. So it feels kind of bad that you have a legendary character available and you unlocked him and you can't even use him in other game modes besides Coliseum. So it's hard to get a full grasp of what he's going to do. In terms of Coliseum performance, he hits pretty good. He's got a big multi-hit on his middle ability. He's got a revive with hatred. Um, and he seems to be doing pretty well for getting a high score. The event itself is extremely disappointing. I mean, I feel like we're going backwards for legendary events, journey guides, datacrons. I don't know if you're aware of the whole datacron fiasco that's going on, but
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of things that I prefer it the old way. Like I prefer journey guides like Luke Skywalker,
Mhm.
Beskar Armor Mandalorian, where it gives you like cinematics and a good lore and a fun Star Wars experience. Like the
The
mall
Hondo
event.
one, they took a huge step for. I thoroughly enjoyed that Hondo event.
I think the Hondo event was creative. A lot of players were disappointed with it because they thought it was just a copy and paste and laziness, but I have to it they made some humor out of it. They took what they could for that situation, and
Mhm.
I give them credit for the effort of making it funny in terms of lore.
Yeah, if you like read the whole like scenarios and like the talking before you go in, you're like, oh wow, okay, yeah, this is a copy and paste of this event, but like it's a Hondo humor of how he came in and saved the day.
He always says he's like in the battle. He's always in
Mhm.
these legendary battles, but he's never there. It's like it in terms of like a lore humor standpoint, it was very creative. For Maul, if I don't get me wrong, I don't want events to be impossible, but I enjoy when there's strategy and trial and error for events where you have to change up your mods, change up your strategy. It gives you something to talk about, something for the community to strive for, and it's good for a content creator
Yes.
as well. Like the gas event, I thought the first run of the gas event is by far the hardest event in the game that I've ever had to experience.
Hmm.
I remember being on my phone for 12 hours straight, not being able to do it. A lot of players think Grand Inquisitor was the hardest. I think that the General Skywalker event was the hardest in the entire game the first time around. These events lately seem to be less and less strategy and more of who just has the requirements ready. And I felt like the mall event was just very, very low effort and a little disappointing so far. The best thing about the event are the rewards for early game players.
Hmm.
It gets you a bunch of Lightspeed tokens. You can bring a bunch of characters to Relic 6, like 4, I think. If you end up getting them all to 5-star, it's not very accessible to free to play because it takes a bunch of crystals, but the rewards in terms of Lightspeed tokens for early to mid game is phenomenal. But other than that, I can't test him in Squad Arena yet. I can't bring him in Grand Arena. So all I have is Coliseum, and so far he's doing pretty good in Coliseum, but I wish I could use him elsewhere.
Yeah, I want to say Arnold put out a video earlier where he was like, "This is very frustrating. You drop all this money, especially in the beginning, for people that invested heavily when Stormtrooper Luke came out. Like Logan saying he dropped over $400 for it, and he only got him to 5-star. Like people drop
Crazy.
big amounts of money into this, and he's just an error character.
I think so far because for as a content creator, I never used to well in characters before doing content ever, ever, ever. It was not
Mhm.
my thing, but I think ever since the Ahsoka Galactic Legend stuff, I started dropping on marquees. As of right now, the amount of money I've spent to get the characters to 7-star, I spent $200 on the crystal pack on the web store, which gave me enough crystals to get the last 2 marquees.
Mhm.
And then I got 3 error passes, so that's around 260. And then the error levels in the beginning are probably around $300 so far. But I also hoard all my crystals, so I've had to not focus on other projects as much. So
I
it's expensive.
dropped before I got my big account. I dropped so much money into um Lightspeed bundles. Like that was my big thing. I bought the Lightspeed bundles. I bought the air like the passes, and I was actually buying the Pass Plus for Conquest to pump out those tunes. Like taking the
Oh yeah.
40 shards and Proven Grounds, and then doubling the release or shortening the release that I would have to wait because God, I quit the game for the longest time. Um, so I was like an OG player, and then it was right around the time that Luke and Kylo came into the game, SLKR, that I dipped. I was like, I'm not going to even bother attempting to get these characters, and I dropped. And then I came back when the Lightspeed bundles came out. The Ray one, the BB-8. That kind of got me like going again because I was able to catch up. I was able to get a couple GLs, and then just got back into it.
I mean, if you're willing to spend, those are the best catch-up mechanics you can get. I mean,
Mhm.
at least they're giving players an opportunity to try to stay um, caught up with everybody else. So there's two arguments to Lightspeed bundles. There's the argument that it gives players an ability to catch up, and then there's the oh wow, I just did a whole investment. It's a slap in the face that it's available for $10, $20 kind of thing. But I think that Lightspeed bundles were needed for the most part.
I get that, but at the same time, nobody's telling you what to farm. Like all
That's
these
true.
events are out for a while. Like the Jar Jar one. Um, he's been out for a while, completely farmable. If people are just doing it now and a Lightspeed bundle drops, I don't want to like a lot of people be like, "Oh, I just did this farm and now there's a Lightspeed bundle." Like he's been out for a while, man. You can't. It's like a spoiler for a show. Don't spoil a show for a while, but then 2 3 weeks pass and now you can talk about it.
That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. But the new marquee structure just seems to be way more expensive, especially with the error levels. Like
Absolutely.
I don't think that I'm gonna be able to get them all at 7 stars. I can't imagine how I'm gonna get these characters to error level 85. I have them at 7 star. I'll get that done, but I don't know if that's gonna be enough to get them to 85 without dropping more money. And I do not want to spend any money on error levels for Coliseum. I just on principle, I really don't. So, depending on how this first journey guide goes for Maul, and then whoever's next, I might not take characters to 7 star anymore. I might just do 5 star.
And I think a big thing to take away here is to remember that this is all right. Yes, I am a very hate hater of this new update. I hate the era battle. I haven't spent near. I think I bought like $125 bundle for Ventress and just to get the shards. And that was it.
Hmm.
Like I just bought that like $30 pack, $25 pack, whatever it was, just to get that little bit, and then um that even felt like a stretch for me. Like I didn't even see much come out of that in the era battles. Like okay, it seems like you have to invest to get the levels over the stars. But why would you want to do that when the era event is up and all of a sudden you now have a 3 star character? You want me personally, I would take the stars over the era level. Um,
Yeah, and like prior to Coliseum, whenever there was a marquee, I would get that character. All I had all the gear and Kyrotech already stored. I could use that character in different game modes. I could use them in Conquest. I could use them in Grand Arena if I really wanted to. At the end of the week, I would get them to 7 star, I'd get them to Relic 5, Relic 7. I could use them immediately. I know it's gonna be a bunch of mixed opinions about it, but I prefer the old way. If I'm gonna be
mhm,
spending money on a character, I'm investing towards this character, I wanna be able to use that character immediately. I don't wanna wait 3 months or however long it is. It just seems very counterintuitive. It's like I'm dropping money so I can utilize this character more in a Coliseum game mode that's not my favorite, and now I have to wait to use them, and it's just like I'm just not the biggest fan of it, to be honest with you. I rather the old way, but it's not
yeah.
gonna go back.
Oh no. That's what I was gonna say. Like glass half full. As much as I hate this event, it is their first era. So this is me looking at the glass half full. This is shitty, but it's the first time. Now they kind of see what works and what doesn't, and hope for improvements going forward.
I think what they should do is they should keep the same structure of the marquees that they did for if you bring the character to 7 star, you can get your 7 star mall.
Hmm.
No problem. If they want to monetize the error levels for Relic 10, fine. Go ahead. Don't monetize the legendary by error level. That is just wrong. Like if they want to just make Coliseum error levels gated for the Relic 10, the Lightspeed tokens, fine. But keep the marquee structure the way it was. You get the character to 7-star, you can get a 7-star legendary character. Now it's, oh, you got them to 7-star? Well, now you got to invest into error levels to be able to even do the last tier. Like that, I am just not a fan of. You can't just up the price like that, but it seems like they're okay with it.
And as Durumana just says, forgetting all the characters to 5-star, I could get 5 Kyber Lightspeed tokens. It's a pretty nice bonus for $30 a character.
If you're willing to spend and you're, earlier mid, then absolutely. I mean, but again, there was no communication about those tokens until what, last week? So for anyone that even thought about wanting to do that, you now have to go back and get the packs in the store, but you could have done it back, prior and get even more rewards to the marquee. So there was just no communication. It wasn't like, oh, if here's the error system. If you bring them the 4-star, 5-star, you'll be given these tokens by the mall event kind of thing. Like we
Mm-hmm.
weren't made aware of that until last week. So it would have been nice for them to communicate with that a little bit because now I'm trying to figure out on my free to play account if I did end up taking the crystals to get these characters to 4-star, I could have gotten 2 Kyber Lightspeed tokens. That might have been pretty good, but it's a little too late for me now.
And then my boy Snack Attack 1138 error content is a dud for me as well. Agreed. Agreed. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to look at the bright side because this I've preached so much on why I hate Era Battle. I'm just it's a rinse and repeat at this point.
I mean, call me crazy. I don't know if this is going to be controversial. I prefer galactic challenges. I like that I'm able to bring in any team that I want to play
Yes.
around with, go into that battle, and I could just have some fun. Even though I'm not
Yes.
getting crazy rewards, that was a mini sandbox mode for, it's not a pure sandbox mode, but I could take a character, any character I want. I just got the stranger unlocked. I want to use the stranger in a game mode where I don't have to worry about anything. I'm gonna bring him in galactic challenges, and that's gone. So I feel like them removing galactic challenges was not the greatest, but
And
um,
Snack Attack just said actually there was no communication from the tokens at all from CG. The information came from the data mine.
that's a good point. Yeah, that's true. Not even CG. It was the data mines. That's correct. Isn't that crazy?
Ray Rock actually CG they did actually put in a note somewhere that they do want you to spend. Um and then they retracted it. They took it right out.
Did they for
They
galactic
did.
challenges?
Not for Galactic. It was when the Air Battles came out. They did post that yes, we want you to spend, and then they retracted it. They retracted it.
Crazy.
So that's like a well-known thing. Let's see some
Uh,
other
okay.
notes. News: Zucka's shards now farmable from fleet battles. TIE Advance will now be in Galactic War shipments. 4 LOM shards are farmable now. Dark side battles. The Rebel B-Wing blueprints are now farmable. Omega is accelerated. Big deal. Nobody likes the bad patch.
Yeah, they seem like I feel like they're the more and more I talk to like top end players, they say they're the most underrated team in the game. I haven't given them enough credit or enough effort to really maximize their potential, but it felt like a weird faction to add in when I don't know if anyone wanted a second Bad Batch team of the same characters, honestly.
And then the other big news is the Datacron release adjustment. Um, Meathead says, "My apologies for the lack of post about this, chalking it up to holiday hangover. The release cadence of Datacrons has always been a bit awkward with conquests, and eras have put a spotlight onto that. To better align our content in a more cohesive way, we have tweaked the timing for Datacrons. Instead of releasing every other month and lasting for 4 months, Datacrons will now release each month and last for 3 months. To account for this increased release schedule, we will be lowering the complexity of each set with the goal of it being a net neutral amount of information to keep in your brains. We will monitor the impact of these adjustments, and as always, your feedback is important to the team, so please share with us your thoughts as you interact with these adjustments. Starting with set 26, reroll costs for Datacrons between level 4 and 6 have been halved. And they have reduced the amount of factions per set from 4 to 2, which should make it easier for you to get your affixes you're going after.
How do you feel about that change?
More Datacrons, getting one conquest to finish up a set is... They last longer. Well, 3 months, not as long. But you're getting way more sets. You're getting... I don't know.
It's
that one I can't say one way or the other. I kind of just gotta wait to see how that one plays out.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned, to be honest with you. I just think it's putting even more pressure for you each conquest to get the datacrons that you need because there's no second chances now. Like you have one datacron set for conquest per month, and you don't get the datacrons you want. Good luck.
But they are halved. So you're not trying to get double.
Are they actually halved?
Yeah. To account for the increased release schedule, we will be lowering the complexity of each set with the goal of it being neutral amount of information. Where was it? We reduced the amount of factions per set from 4 to 2. So you're looking at like half the datacrons that you would normally do.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be less of a drain. Where people
Right.
usually get like a full set over 2, you're worried about less. So I don't
Okay, I
know.
guess we'll have to see how it plays out.
That's one of those things where it could go either way. I mean, it could also just be how much time you have on your hands. Like, if you're busy for one conquest and you don't have time to ground out
Mm-hmm.
a million datacrons, then but next month you do, it'll be a hit or miss.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I mean,
Let's bring that Wampa crown back full time. I miss that crown.
that was a great one. That got me a lot of wins. Um, and in your opinion, what was the most overpowered datacron you've ever had to face?
Overpowered. Oh god.
I have a couple in mind.
Probably the old Dodge crowns.
The Lord Vader dodge one.
Yeah.
Yep, that's in the top three. Mine are Lord Vader dodge, Dark Side right focus datacron, Great Mother's
Oh yeah, that
datacron.
one was ridiculous.
I think the Dark Side right one was definitely in the top three.
Yeah, that was
Great
just one
Mother's
of those
was one
ones
too.
that if you also the Hodocron in that same set was
Oh, very strong. Very strong.
like Jedi Luke was going off for 7 turns in a row.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's just crazy. Yeah, that Dark
I
Ray,
wonder if
that
they
was
bring
one of
those
those
back.
things that I did the battle against Ray, and then I was like, oh, I dropped it. I'm done. Walk away. Save myself
That
the
was a
hour, 2 hours.
Yeah, that was a tough meta. That was a tough meta, but I only ask because it's like I feel like the Datacrons are getting, at least the focus ones are getting weaker than they were. Like the Dark Side Ray one was insane, and
Yeah.
that's another thing. They haven't released the focus Datacrons yet.
And
For
then this one was a weird set. Like, I get their point behind it with having like 4 or 5 different characters in the Focus Datacron, but like it wasn't following like First Order with the Dark Ray, where there was a lot into that for the First Order team. This is like I used the Darth Nihilus one, specifically for him, but Kenobi's on that team and a bunch of other people. Like,
I know it's a weird setup. I have you seen the Rex Sanasaurus cheese?
No, I haven't. I use Rex
I
for
posted one.
Padme.
Oh, like the
501st.
501st
Yeah,
Rex,
they
really?
just tear Padme apart.
Nice. I came out with a video a couple days ago going over a full auto. It's mostly full auto for use CLS Captain Han Solo, or sorry, Captain Rex, Han Solo, regular Rex, and Sanasaurus, and you can practically full auto Leia, Pirate King Hondo, Jabba, sometimes Ahsoka. Pretty interesting with the focus datacron. It's a fun little cheese.
Hmm. Rex says he's gotten holds with the Rexcron using Rex, Traya, Nihilus, Savage, and Dark Talent.
Oh wow,
Island.
Dark Talon.
That's
That's
crazy.
awesome. Yeah, it does a lot of work.
Huh. But let's get over to viewer questions. Let's try to. I know you said you have to be up early. I have to be up early.
Hmm.
Let's get over to viewer questions. If you haven't already, make sure you post those viewer questions. We love to get them. They don't have to be Swogo based. They could be just about anything. All right. We only have one this week. Um, Vlad Sander asks interrogation question. Have you ever been warned against allowing players to join your guild, and how have you dealt with them? We always let the guest answer first. So,
Have I ever? Can you say it one more time? I've ever been worried about
have
someone
you
joining my
ever
guild.
been warned against allowing players to join your guild, and how have you dealt with that?
Uh, to be honest, I haven't run into that, honestly. No. I mean, I'm not really into like guild recruitment or anything like that or
Hmm,
stuff like that. So I don't really have much to say on that. Yeah, I just kind of, you know, do my thing. I don't know. How about you?
I don't think I ever have either.
Yeah,
All the guilds that I've been in, like I've grown with the guilds, so we have like limits on what we look for. But I don't think I've ever had anybody be like, "Hey, this guy, don't let them in."
what's up, Sotico?
That's crazy to think of. I don't think I've ever.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever run into that situation before.
Um, Snack Attack asks, "What is your favorite Funko Pop?"
That's a great question. My favorite Funko Pop. Now that's a hard one. Hmm. I guess I gotta go with Darth Revan, but I really love them all. Like I think they're all GameStop exclusives, so I
Mm,
need to finish the collection. I still need to get HK-47. I gotta get Malgus. I think they have a T3M4 Missions Albar, so I want to definitely complete the Old Republic era of pops. But it's honestly so hard to choose between them. Um, but I guess I'll go with the Darth Revan one. And I have a friend who has a 3D printer, and for my birthday, he 3D printed a Nihilus for
that is
me. I don't know if you can see that.
awesome.
Yeah. So he's unfortunately missing an arm. I don't know where it went, but I
That is
love
so
it.
cool, though.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's really cool. He has a 3D printer. He printed it for me, and he says that every year he's gonna do a new one.
He was hungry, so he ate his arm.
That's
Um,
amazing. I don't know where it went. I gotta find it.
I don't have any of my pops here, but I have like $11,000 worth of Pop Funkos. I have
Really?
a ridiculous amount of Pop Funkos.
My
Um,
friends take it so serious. My friends go to Comic Con looking for pop stands. They look at the price, like the rarity. It's a serious thing. I just like collecting. I don't know if any of
Same.
these are gonna have any value one day. I don't really mind. I have a bunch of stuff like still in the box. Like I've never taken these out of the box. I have a giant exclusive Darth Revan statue in the back that's still in the box. I can't really showcase it because I don't have the view, but maybe that stuff has value. Are you like a collectible? Do you like collecting items like Star Wars stuff?
Yeah, I actually both pointless and just in general. I'm just a collector. I have all my books back around the floor. Can't really see them. I just got out of a domestic violence shelter, so I'm still kind of moving everything around.
Hmm.
But I have like a library. I'm still trying to get over here. I have the
Nice.
Sailor Moon in the back here.
Oh, Sailor Moon.
Um,
That's I used to watch that as a kid. The
I
anime.
actually have all the Coca-Cola Star Wars cans that just came out,
Oh, nice.
bottles. Um,
Well, that's pretty cool. I got this. This came with the GameStop thing. It's a Darth Tray, a little lanyard, which is
oh,
kind of
that's
cute.
cool.
And it comes
I
with
have, as I
yeah.
said, I have like a million Pop Funkos. I like video games, movies. Um,
Do you have a favorite Star Wars game besides Galaxy of Heroes that you enjoyed?
Jedi Survivor, and Fallen Order. I love the
Good.
I love Cal Kestis'
Mhm.
story
I love those games. For me, I'm obviously if you haven't been aware
in Forest
already,
Unleashed.
oh, those games are great. I think for me, Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 are the
Hmm.
front runners. I love just because of the story and the lore, like the characters. If I didn't have a love for Star Wars from the movies, that just amplified my love for them even more. So KOTOR 1 and 2, Jedi Survivor, Force Unleashed for the gameplay, just like completely unrealistic force cannon power, whatever you call it. Like Starkiller is awesome. If you're going back for some of like the old Nintendo games, I used to play Star Wars Pod Racer, Shadow of the Empire, I think it was called, with Dash Rendar. I played Battlefront 2 on the PSP. I don't
Lego
think I've
Star
played a
Wars.
game Lego Star Wars. Battlefront 2, the original Battlefront 2 was on my PSP, on my Xbox. Like that was peak doing Galactic Conquest in that game. I don't know if you ever were a Battlefront 2 person back in the day, but though that was so much fun.
I played it on PS4. Um, I loved Aiden's whole story.
Oh, the new Battlefront 2. I'm talking about the OG Battlefront 2,
Yeah,
like back in the day. Yeah, but that one's good too.
I've never played KOTOR.
You never oh man.
KOTOR was
So
the one that's like the million players, right? And it's all like
no,
open world.
that's the Old Republic. That's like the online MMO.
Okay.
Knights of the Old Republic is this actual like video game from like BioWare. You can play it on Steam for like $1 or $2. You could play it on the iPad. If the graphics and the gameplay are definitely dated, but I promise you, just from story, lore, and from when it came out, how revolutionary it was for as a game, it is unmatched. Like Knights of the Old Republic is not even considered the best Star Wars game of all time. It's considered one of the best games of all time. Like just absolutely amazing. And when they released the trailer for Fate of the Old Republic a couple weeks ago, I like was running around my house. Like I was so excited. So if you haven't
Because
played it, I recommend taking some
I've
time.
been wanting to play KOTOR. Actually, I've debated streaming it because I found it. I found the collector's edition in game store 30 minutes away. And I really want to buy it and I was like I could stream this. But I don't want to do like the open world like Final Fantasy 14 type like
It's not fully open world. It's open world-ish, but it's locked. It's like you can't just do endless exploration. I think that it's just I think it's a
I
perfect
guess
game
more
if
or
you
less I
consider.
wasn't looking for an online MMO and I wasn't sure.
I got you. I got you.
So
But
now
yeah,
that I know that I will be getting KOTOR. That's definitely good to know.
yeah, I would stream it. It's fun. I want to stream other Star Wars games too. I just gotta. It's all about taking the time to do it. I want to stream Survivor. I would love to do a Survivor gameplay on Grandmaster tier. I was doing it on my own before even doing content creation on my Xbox. I think it'd be fun if I was able to pull off beating the hardest difficulty on stream. I think that'd be cool.
I would love to do that with Resident Evil. I've actually beaten 4 remake. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. Huge. It's another one of my addictions.
My
I've
best friend
dropped
loves it.
so much into it. I know all the lore and stuff. Like I have books based on like background info to the movies, the games, like every item, every letter that was in all of the games. I'm huge into it.
Hmm.
I've platinumed Resident Evil 3
All on
remake.
PlayStation?
Yes.
Nice.
Um, Nightmare on that was ridiculous. And then Inferno was just like I just wanted to pull my hair out for like on the final Nemesis fight. It was crazy.
I gotta play the Resident Evil games. I thought back in the day, beating Halo 2 and 3 on legendary difficulty put me in like a different realm of human being, but I don't know. I don't know if you were big into Halo, but back in the day, that was considered
I
like,
don't like
okay,
Halo.
not a Halo person.
Everybody's gonna come at me, but so I'm very much a like I play Hogwarts Legacy. I play the new Tomb Raider. I play Jedi Survivor. I play Falling Order. I play The Last of Us. All games that are story driven. I enjoy a good story. It gets you there quickly. Um, Keeps your attention. Whereas Halo, I really I tried so hard to get into it. I heard the story was decent, but as I was playing Halo, because I bought the Master Chief Collection, um, because I have a PlayStation and an Xbox. Like I'm a gamer girl. I enjoy games. I'm a PlayStation girl, but I'll play Xbox too. I just Halo is one of those games where it's a huge game, and I wanted to play it. So, um,
Mhm.
I tried so hard. I really did. But when I feel like it was a half hour running down a hallway, killing unlimited bugs to turn around or to turn a corner and spend another half hour running down another hallway, killing a million bugs, and then you turn another corner and it's like that for 45 minutes to an hour, and then you finally get a cutscene. I'm like, this isn't keeping my attention. I have TISM or ADHD or something, and you are just not catching my attention.
I get it. Back in the day, when I played Halo 2, I was like still like a kid. My parents got it for me, and I was like, "Are you guys sure about this?" And like, there was something about it that intrigued me. Like, it was just at the time, it was awesome, and the flood scared the crap out of me. I don't know if you're aware what the flood are, but seeing that as a kid gave me nightmares. So that kind
Mhm.
of like was like something that the stuff that feared me kind of intrigued me for some reason. So I thought those games were cool for that aspect, like the lore behind it. Like I love story. I saw that so Tico says in chat that number one thing is story, number two is gameplay. I'm kind of like that. I rather have a good story
Mhm.
first and then have the good game mechanics that are fun. I think that having a good story makes it very intriguing. It's like watching a movie, makes it fun. Obviously gameplay is important, but um, yeah, I'm big into story.
I think they have to piggyback off each other. You could have an amazing story and terrible gameplay, and you're just like, no, thank you. Like again, I also had so much hope for the what was that Star Wars that just came out? Um,
Was it Outlaws?
yes, Outlaws. I had so much hope for Outlaws. I bought the definitive, like the bigger collection. I bought the collection one. I put so much into it. I was excited. I was like, this is gonna be amazing, and it was bad.
To be honest with you, I just never. I'm surprised I haven't played it yet. I played about a half hour. I don't have the time to play games on my own anymore. I feel like doing content takes up a majority of my time. When I do play games, I'm trying to connect with my friends in real life, so I'll play like League of Legends on the side. But if I'm ever bored or if it's a slow week
Mhm.
on Star Wars or if I felt like streaming another game, I'd probably stream Outlaws, but and never really like I was never like, oh, Outlaws is here. Like, thank God. But I do
I
want to play it.
did.
I heard
When
mixed
it
things.
dropped, I was like, oh, I've got to play this game. And again, the storyline from what I played of it wasn't bad. The gameplay was terrible. I hated the gameplay.
Yeah. Is it open world ish kind of?
Yes, very open world. Um, which I don't mind open world. I'm okay with open world, but God, the gameplay was just terrible.
I got to give it a try. I want to give it a fair opinion, but like I love Survivor. I love the parrying system, the counters. It feels satisfying though, like
Hmm.
the exploration where it's not super open world, but a little bit of open world. And Ray Raw asked if I ever played Mech Warrior. I have not played Mech Warrior ever since it was on the original Xbox when I was a kid. That's the only Mech Warrior I've ever played, but I would love to get into it. And Sotico says Pazak and Kotor. I freaking love
Yeah.
Pazak and Kotor. You could spend hours doing that.
Snag Attack says Outlaws is too repetitive gameplay wise. Yeah, that's basically what it like. Same thing, the same repetitive. Gameplay wasn't that great. Story was okay. Like the main story was good. Side quests were just like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And I
Yep.
had such
Yep.
high hopes, so I don't know if that's what threw me off with it.
Hmm.
But it is 10:20. I know you did say that you wanted to head to bed early, and I do too. Um,
Yes.
so do you want to give your closing statements, pimp out your stuff again, and
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me, Allie. This was a blast. I would love to come back. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. If you guys want to check me out a little bit more on YouTube, YouTube/Vexitron. I'm also on Twitch, Vexitron, covering very high-end competitive Kyber 1 Grand Arena gameplay, also focusing on free-to-play, journey quests, pretty much making content all about the game. A little bit more of an emphasis on Grand Arena, but we're opening up to way more options. I do a bunch of conquest guides. If you guys want to try to get Satele Shan unlocked on day one when she's available, highly recommend you check out all my videos and a lot more content on the way. And thank you guys, for having me. And Allie, I hope you have great success with your podcast and your channel.
thank you for coming on. I love getting a wide variety of people on. So when Kate's back and everything, we definitely gotta get you back on.
Yeah,
Probably before then. Um, but
definitely.
yeah.
I had fun. It's fun anything to talk Star Wars and just open dialogue is fun for me. So
Um, So I guess our closing statements. If you haven't already, make sure that you like and subscribe over on YouTube. Um, all the videos that we record live will be posted over on the YouTube channel. So make sure if you are missing the show, you could always catch up on the playback over there. Also, we are on Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. Those can all be found in our link tree. That is linktr.ee/club38. And again, in there is also the Discord. Make sure that you join that, grab that Club 38 role just to be notified when we go live. We do record every Tuesday about 9 EST, usually on Kate's channel, but she's away for a couple months, so we are on my channel. So make sure you give both the follows just so you know which one's going live. Um, and also in there is the new merchandise, so check that out as well. Um, with that, thank you, Vexitron, for coming on. We really appreciate it. And we hope to see you all soon.
definitely. Thanks again.